I was having a discussion with a group because normally I do workplace analysis, and the young people were talking about burnout and how they just feel tired even before they get to work, and tired as they're in the middle of the work, and tired when they get back home. And some thought, because I was teaching them about mental psychiatric disorders. So I then put it to them that burnout is not merely where you are working, because there are people flourishing where you are working. There are people flourishing in the thing that is good for community, because I must qualify that is good for community. There are people who are flourishing in those areas you're struggling in. And so I opened up the thought process of saying, how many of you have old wounds that you have thought you have healed? Because part of tiredness and inability to show up is because of wounds that have been buried. You have assumed that healing was the end point. And in medicine, healing is not the end point. We have to restore you. So that means, for example, you break a bone, you must then go for physiotherapy to get back. You will exercise. Either way, that's physiotherapy, but we normally advise for supervised and professional physiotherapy, but so that you can restore yourself. And let me tell you why this is important. Because the old wounds that you have assumed that healing was the end point, or you have just covered or buried your head like the ostrich, under his head under the sand, pretending they don't exist. This is legal ground for the enemy to plant seeds, and therefore legal ground for seeds of deception, seeds of fear, seeds of rejection, seeds of rebellion. What happens when that comes? It actually starts affecting how you respond to what the Lord is instructing you to do. Even what your spirit, which is of the Spirit of the Lord, is instructing to you to do, especially in the day of your showing. So you respond poorly, you respond slowly, or you don't respond at all. Remember, all these poor, slow, and not at all are considered disobedient in God. And you can only judge disobedience when your obedience is full. Right? And full just means on every step of obedience, there is a disobedience God authorizes you to judge. I hope this is helping someone. So, one of the things is, God has a word, has a commandment, has given an instruction. Your spirit has picked it. Even in an environment, your spirit has picked something it needs to do, but you're hesitant. And that is how burnout translates in the workplace. Burnout is also seen in relationships, all types of relationships. Burnout is seen in parenting because of old wounds you have assumed, because there's something new you've just placed over, like a plaster, a bandage, and you're functioning, but not to full capacity, full restoration as to who we need you to be in this time, in this life. Remember, we all are a beautiful pieces of a big puzzle of this universe. That's what we bring to the table called universe. See you tonight during prayers. Shalom.